I was gonna do my intro, but like I don't really know how to intro this. So recently, Apex released a tweet talking about configs and all that shit and how they kind of fixed them quotations. More so to do with the Steam controller configs, like the Neo Strafe, all that type of shit. If you watch my Neo Strafe video from back then, I said that like it's gonna get like a lot worse before it gets better.
I got 2-tap. This guy's Neo shaking.
And I kind of just want to explain my reasoning behind like why I make these videos and all that type of stuff. First of all, I come from CS, and CS is like a only keyboard game, and they allow configs, and the reasoning for it is simply because if one person can do it, then everybody can do it. Everyone plays on PC on CSGO, so everyone can use a config, so there's no disadvantages. And you would actually see that all the pros, every single person uses CFGs. In CS2 there's desubtic configs. That's what I use. It's not bannable at all because everybody can use it, everybody can make it auto exec. But then you come to Apex Legends, and it's a little bit different because there's controller, there's console, and there's keyboard, right? So I kind of just made my videos so that everyone could do it. They did remove some of the configs. Even the super glide for like the controller still works, so I can still like go on controller and do the one button super glide. So I'm assuming they haven't really fixed it. I'm someone that doesn't really believe in coincidence. I think they literally only did this simply because Call of Duty did something with WASD. They just banned it. For me, as like a keyboard player that was learning these actual movement techniques, to be like see people like ecstasy like use configs and like kind of be allowed, it kind of got me salty, and I just kind of like just made videos on it to kind of bring awareness to it. And the reason why I kind of quit Apex is kind of like I kind of just got tired of it. It was like it's like such a serious game. You can loot up and all this shit, and if you're playing legit, it's like you have to like try like 10 times harder against someone that's not playing legit. Like even with aim assist, that's the most thing that really got me like triggered for real, is that like people can have aim assist and have all these things on it. Like I only made videos on the Neo Strafe, the super glide for controller, but you can literally do almost anything in there. You can move while looting, you can have jitter aim, everything. Like it's honestly like insane how like unrestrained it is, and I'm kind of glad that they're actually making changes. But I don't really play the game anymore. I always get comments saying that it's cheating, and I never really denied it. I just say it's not bannable because anything that gives you a competitive advantage is cheating. But no one really talks about the other aspects of it. Like someone compared to a console, right? Someone has a $2,000 PC. Like, is that cheating because they spent more? It's kind of that like discernment I was running from, like the separation. A lot of people kind of just draw the line like right behind them, you know what I'm saying? Like even with the wooden keyboards that came out not too long ago, and all like the copies, I made a review on that, and even then I mentioned that because you can change the actuation of each key, it literally makes super gliding like so much easier. And it's like, is that cheating? You do pay for it, and like someone on console can't get this keyboard, right? Someone on console can't use it like the same advantages unless they have a PC, right? So it's kind of like, what is cheating and what is not cheating, right? And I'm kind of glad that they're just getting fixed, but it's still not where it is. At least I don't think it is, unless they fix the ReWASD. I made a video on the ReWASD part of it where I could use I could use my keyboard, emulate it as a controller, and get aim assist. There's like a whole another part to that where people emulate their keyboard as controller and get the whole Neo Strafe, like insane Neo Strafe, all that. So, and the people actually charge for these things, right? I do it for free, I guess. Like I make YouTube videos on it, and I get the money from the views, but that's just how I see it. Literally right after recording that last part, I watched this ecstasy video where it was him talking about like how it's cheating, and that he's not gonna use Steam configs no more, and that like I don't know, I feel like the hypocrisy in the community is like crazy.
So some dude made a Steam config essentially
removes recoil
for like jitter aiming and all this stuff, and it's got to be one of the cringest things I've ever seen.
You should be able to use scroll wheel and like all these things when like he's been Neo strafing this whole time for years now. Like I don't know how to explain it. If you think that controller players deserve movement, I think we can reverse this topic and kind of say keyboard players deserve aim assist. Like what I mean by this is that there's no way anybody can actually draw the line other than the developers. Like when I said that, like people draw the line like right after them. Ecstasy uses the tap strafe configs for years. It's not that to say that he wouldn't have his support or he wouldn't have these 20 bombs without it, but it's more like you've been using it for so long, and now that Apex comes out with this shit, you start saying, oh yeah, I'm not going to use it. I genuinely think this only happened because Warzone stepped in and banned ReWASD, and they banned ReWASD from even launching on their application. And Respawn saw this and it's like, what are we doing? It's kind of like when Apex Legends was coming out. But I remember I had a lot more than Fortnite, and then Fortnite came out with the reboot van. I think this is just like competition. Like, it's the same shit, really. I don't know how to explain it any more than I've already explained it. And I watching this video from him just got me so cheesed. All I'm gonna say is that like Apex Legends is obviously a company moved by economically. Like they have their financial gain in the interest before competitive integrity, before all these things. So that's all I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna leave it like that, before I get even more cheese, stop thinking about it, edit the video, kind of get it out. And yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on it. I was really not trying to get mad before, but it's like when I watch this video, it's like, wow, it's crazy how it's just crazy. Blah blah blah. If you enjoy, leave a like, blah blah, all that type of shit. Fuck it, bro.